Did you know that 80% of hiring managers expect a candidate to try and negotiate the salary once an offer's been made? And did you know that only 30% of those candidates actually do that? In this video, I'm going to share with you the best practices as how to negotiate the offer once an offer's been made. So what's your salary expectation? This was a question that was likely asked during the early stages of the interview process, and if you successfully deflected this question, an offer has now been made. What do you do? How do you respond? Well, number one, this is something I want you to keep in mind. Don't negotiate just for the sake of negotiation. Okay, people out there, they're always talking about negotiating salaries. You just want to negotiate when there's actually a reason to negotiate. So, for example, if during the early stages of the interview process you did happen to mention what your salary expectation was and they matched or exceeded that expectation, well, if you were going to try and negotiate now, what kind of message would that be sending? Or maybe you had an ideal salary in mind and they just matched or exceeded that. Again, I would question, why would you want to negotiate? Okay? But there are going to be times that you will want to negotiate the salary, and in those times, this is the best way to do it. Number one, I want you to understand not only the value that you bring in the industry, but what are those positions paying in the industry? And if it all can find out what's the salary range of the position at the company that you're applying for. And in my earlier video answering the salary question, I do give some ways to get that information. However, there's also some resources out there, like for example, Glassdoor.com. Glassdoor.com may have the salary range of that specific position that you're applying for. There's other resources out there, Payscale.com, Salary.com. I'll list them below this video when we get to that. I also want you to have 3 numbers in mind. I want you to have your ideal number. I want you to have a number that you're going to be satisfied with. And I also want you to have a rock bottom number. And during the negotiation process, and it should go without saying, you never start with that rock bottom number. Because remember, at this stage, the company, they want to get you. They're excited. You're their candidate of choice. And don't forget those words, candidate of choice. I want you to continually remind them that you're their candidate of choice. But also, they want to get you as cheap as they can. It's the bottom line with all companies there. So if you were to give them your rock bottom number, as a start, that's where they're going to be starting at. It's probably best to give them your satisfaction number, if not your idea number, and work the way down. But also, I want you to take a breath and listen very carefully to the other elements of the package, the vacation, the 401k, the insurance, the wait time for the insurance. Is there a sign-on bonus? Listen to all this, take careful notes, and then, this is most important, ask for 24, if not 48 hours to think about it. And you know what? You're not putting anything off on the hiring manager, the HR people, because they expect this. They are going to expect that you're going to ask for a little bit of time to consider this package. So I want you to do that. I want you to take these notes and I want you to go back and weigh them. And remember, it's not all about the salary. There's many different elements that are in this package that you can possibly negotiate. Salary is just one of them. There's vacation time. There's the flexible work hours. There's telecommuting. Of course, there's a sign-on bonus. There's a cell phone allowance, computer allowance, car allowance. There's a whole bunch of different things. It's not all about the salary. It's about the complete package. So please keep that in mind. So before you can negotiate, you really have to understand the value that you're going to bring to the table, and you're going to have to share that value with the hiring manager. Remind them. So thank you again for selecting me as your candidate of choice. Remember, you want to remind them of this. I really appreciate this offer. However, it's just with my MBA, my 12 years experience in the industry, my successful management of global projects, I really feel that I'm worth a little bit more. Would you be able to go and then put out a number? Now, keep in mind that if the salary is under $100,000, you usually want to go no more than $5,000 with your negotiation. If it's over $100,000, then you can go in the $10,000 range. But if the position was paying $60,000, it's very unlikely you're going to be able to negotiate up to $70,000. But say going $62,000, $63,000 is definitely a workable solution. Again, there are 3 takeaways from this video that I want you to keep in mind. Number 1, don't negotiate just for the sake of negotiating. Know your value in the industry. Think before speaking. You're going to ask for that 24 to 48 hours. Explain why you believe that you're worth it when you're negotiating. And finally, it's not all about the salary. Salary could be fine, but maybe for the last 12 years you've been receiving 3 weeks paid vacation or 4 weeks paid vacation, and the new company is going to offer you 2 weeks. You can negotiate your vacation. There's a lot of different things you can negotiate. Salary is just one option of that. You can put them all together, but I really would suggest not trying to negotiate more than 2, definitely not 3 items. And if you do put them together, prioritize them so the hiring manager doesn't come back and give you one of the 3 and it was the one that was least important for you. So I hope you found this video informative and useful, and if so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, as I do upload a career strategy every Tuesday. And if you have any comments regarding negotiation or maybe how you've been successful in the past with negotiating salary, definitely leave it in the section below, as I know others would enjoy reading it. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.